For millions of people around the world, my wife included, it's a New Year's Day tradition. You gotta watch the Rose Parade, the Rose Bowl, right? The stars of the show are those floral-covered floats, right? Featuring state-of-the-art technology and all those flowers.
Yeah, the flowers and other natural materials. And this year, there was a local connection. Holly's the co-owner and brand manager of Kennedy's Flowers and Gifts. She actually worked on one of the floats. She's back now from Cali to tell us all about it. Holly, thanks so much for being here.
Oh, thank you. My pleasure.
Let's talk about this opportunity. How were you able to do this?
I had wanted to participate with the Rose Parade. I don't know, the seed was probably planted about 10 years ago. And I'm pretty involved with the floral industry in general. So it is a floral bucket list kind of thing to do for a lot of people. And some of my friends have done it, and I kind of reached out to them and said, hey, how did you do this? And then they put me in touch, and volunteers need to submit a form online. And really, I did that, and then kind of personal connections opened the door.
Excellent. So you got a chance to work on one. We watched. I mean, what was I looking for? What did you get to work on?
The float that I worked on was called One Legacy, and it used to be called Donate Life. So it was all about organ donation, which was really cool. Truly, I went into this experience kind of blind. I didn't know what I was signing up for, just a lot of work and perhaps really long days. And the One Legacy float was it was fantastic.
So let's talk about the process, though, and what role you played. So is this all designed for you, and you come in and have to make it happen, or how does this all work?
That's a great question. So to see this from start to finish was truly extraordinary. It was like floats were just bare bones, more or less, painted colors, so you could start to picture what was going to be put on it, and then throughout the week you needed to put on hard goods, and then the final touch, of course, is the flowers.
Wow. We hear that when we see the parade. They always talk about how many flowers are being used, but I mean, you're there getting that first-hand experience. Any estimates of how many flowers or water tubes or all these things that you had to deal with?
Thousands upon thousands. Truly, there was hundreds of volunteers coming through each day, and there was a stand where they were filling up water tubes. So I was seeing them getting stacked and stacked, and I saw something saying 45K at one point, but I think that was only half of them.
45,000?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
And on my float, just in particular, there was 2,000 red roses, 2,000 orange roses, 2,000 iris, which I inserted, personally. With volunteers, thank goodness, many hands make light work, but it was a big part of my job.
Yeah, oh my gosh. And your float actually won an award.
It did, and it was the Extraordinary Award. Yeah, the Extraordinaire, for extraordinary floral attributes. So I don't exactly know what goes into that particular award, but I do know that I worked for AES, Artistic Entertainment Services, and out of the 12 floats that we had, 9 of them won awards.
That's amazing.
Really high caliber.
Now, in everything, like writing a book, making a movie, there's always something that happens. Right? There's always something that happened. Any hurdles that you had to overcome?
Oh, I mean, always problem solving is part of life, right? Yeah, so I learned a lot about even just inserting hard goods or things. But yeah, one thing actually with our float is there was the floral, everything is pre-planned. So one of the designs was put right in front of a door that needed to be opened. And it's like, you can't open that door with that big arrangement there. So we had to rip it apart, get the door open and then, put it back. But you live and you learn.
What did you like most about this experience, and would you do it again?
Oh, I'm a people person, so meeting the people and truly, so I was working alongside a lot of people when it was the organ donation. So they had extraordinary stories about, personal connections to organ donation or receiving. So I really love that on my float, but just getting to know other florists, learning from each other. Anytime you endure something that's challenging, you come out stronger, and the experience was top-notch, incredible, and yeah, I'd do it again.
I get the feeling like you almost like that feeling you get at summer camp. When you made some lifelong friends in a short amount of time.
Absolutely. We always talk about a flower family, and my flower family has just expanded.
Oh, I love that.
And you also mentioned that you got into this because, well, you kind of knew somebody. You were able to talk to somebody. Well, now if anyone else is interested in doing this, they know you, right?
Correct, exactly.
Your phone might be ringing if you're watching this, and you're thinking, boy, I'd like to experience that too.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody can give you a call and say, hey, how did you do it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Help open the doors for others as well.
I think there's all kinds of volunteer opportunities through this too. I think if people want to do it, you don't have to be a flower expert.
You can fill water tubes, right?
Absolutely. And I was just astounded to see the age range. Like it said, 12 was the minimum age and 13 to get on the scaffolding. And then there was like elderly people, and there was a role for everyone. It was really beautiful.
I love
Beautiful.
this.
Yeah, figuratively, literally, all of the things.
Yeah.
That's the word to use.
Yeah, welcome back, Holly.
Thank you so
much for
much.
sharing the story. And of course, you can always get some of her beautiful work yourself. KennedyFloral.com. You can follow them on Instagram, Facebook, all of the good things there. We'll be right back.